Good morning, everyone, from Epic Universe. Epic Universe has annual pass holder previews from April 17th to May 8th, and you know we had to get tickets. So it is April 17th, and we are here for the first day of annual pass holder previews. I'm not sure what we're gonna do today. We might go on a couple rides. We'll see what the wait times look like, but we might just explore and take in the park for our first time here. So let's head on in. I may have kind of teared up a couple times as we were walking in. This is just so amazing. Like, I cannot believe we're actually here right now. See the Grand Helios Hotel in the back there. I don't even know where to go. Where do we start? What do we do? We have entered, and I think we are going to venture off to the right side first. They do have signs throughout the park to remind you that this is a technical rehearsal, so not all rides or attractions might be open because they're still kind of prepping for official opening on May 22nd. So some things might be closed today, some is going to be running, might go down, just kind of depends. I know. I think we're gonna go train some dragons. I think we're heading into the Isle of Berk. Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna cry. This is Berk, the best kept secret this side of, well, anywhere. Oh, I'm actually gonna cry. I think I'm legitimately gonna cry now. Looks like right here is going to be a splash pad. Not open during technical rehearsals, but that will be a splash pad at some point. So let's head over this way. Here at Grog and Gruel, looks like they have some mac and cheese cones, and you can choose between goldfish mac and cheese, PB&J, pork, bacon, and jam, and a dragon fire chicken spire. Here's Dragon Racers Rally. I'm gonna have to pass on this one, but I will watch it from a distance for sure. Yeah, that's a no from me. Hiccup's Wing Gliders says it's a 35-minute wait, so I think we have to go on it, right? Good to know. There's water bottle fillers and drinking fountains around here. There's another one over there. Let's keep going. And we cannot film on rides, and we do not, you have to put everything in a locker. So we're going to put everything in a locker, and we will see you guys afterwards. We're almost at the lockers. We're getting so close, oh my gosh. I also just realized the coaster goes right over top of us here. First of all, I want to mention this futuristic technology. With the lockers, they take a photo of your face, you validate it, and then you take a photo of your face when you're done, and it opens your locker. Absolutely crazy. We're gonna hop in the shop real quick, which is on the exit, and then we'll talk about it once we get through there. They have some Isle of Berk mugs. What are these, pins? Oh my god, so cute. A little mini puzzle down here. You have keychains, shirts, hats, plushies, phone cases right there. They have something for everyone in this store. That ride, we don't know what else to compare it to at this moment, but it was so much fun. It was so smooth. You see Hiccup and Toothless and some other dragons along the way. There's some twists and turns. There's launches. It was so much fun. Like, absolutely loved it. I may have cried a little bit at the end because I just don't know. I'm so thankful to be here, that's all. And it's gonna be such a good day. We are now going to go do fire drill. It's only a 5-minute wait, so why is that the case? But we're gonna go give it a try. There's another water bottle filler here along the queue. We did notice, I absolutely love, especially when you're in the Florida heat, Florida summer, they have covers and fans in here. So just in case you're, you know, big queue out here, in all of this line, you are covered and there are fans on the ceiling. Warning, this ride is a water journey in a touring boat. I did hear them remind people to please stay seated at all times. Down at the bottom it says, you will get wet, possibly soaked. Oh boy. There's the little dragons. Looks like they're almost doing one party per ship. That's why it's moving a little slow here in the line. You could say I'm a little wet. I'm pretty much drenched from head to toe. The shoes, the underwear and the shorts, the shirt and the hair. So you definitely get wet on that ride. In the middle of summer, that would be amazing. It's still great right now, but I don't expect it to get this wet. But just behind me here, they do have those little air dryers if you want to go in those air dryers. I think we're just going to air dry ourselves, walking around. We're going to cross over this bridge here. We crossed over the bridge to this side. You do have the stage show of the Untrainable Dragon. And it also looks like they have a little shop over here. Can't remember what it was called. Toothless Treasures over this way. And then there's a meet and greet over there. So we'll see if Toothless and Hiccup are out. Toothless and Hiccup are meeting and greeting. How long is their line gonna be? It says 45 minutes. I don't know if Ben and I are gonna wait just because we do have more to do today. But maybe we'll come back a little bit later and see if they're still out. Can't believe we were just on that. So I heard that depending on how good the green team does, affects how wet the blue team will get and vice versa. So you're kind of competing against each other almost to see how wet you can get each other. And we were soaked at the end. Just so you know, we noticed those little X's that are blue and purple. If you hit those, you're getting yourself wet. Watch this. You see? Now I just got the whole side wet because they hit it. Here at Spitfire Grill, looks like you have some beverages you can choose from over from the Coca-Cola machine, and then a couple beers as well. And then they also have some steak bowl, salmon bowl, chicken bowl, Astrid shrimp bowl, and a vegan bowl.
I mean, we keep putting them out.
Yeah, duh.
Fire safety expert.
Fire drill, man. Come on.
Famous. You're also talented at putting out fires.
Yeah, that's like our whole thing.
I start the fires and she puts them out. So, you know, it's kind of like a
Teamwork.
collaborative effort here. Yeah.
It's a team effort.
Yeah.
That's why there's two of us.
I got the more fun job.
Can I take a quick little portrait of you, a little selfie?
Oh, sure.
Hot set production in progress. You are being filmed and photographed. Please do not enter this area if you do not wish to appear. Stardust Racers. I'm definitely gonna pass on this one as well. I don't know about Stardust Racers. It does look really cool though. Maybe one day. We're heading into our next portal. And it is the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Battle of the Ministry. Or no, what's it called? I think so. Yes, we're heading to France. For in dreams, we enter a world that is entirely our own. So grandiose. I love all of the art and the window displays. You can use your wands in here. I didn't bring my wand today and I'm all sad. See, like, look at this. This is a stage show, I believe. Oh my gosh, there's no one in here. Holy moly. Ooh, something smells good down this way. You can, of course, get some butterbeer if you'd like some butterbeer. And I believe this way is where the ride is. I'm trying to figure it out, though. It is virtual queue only at this time. The attraction is in technical rehearsal. It has kind of been on and off the last couple of days, just looking online. But you enter right over here.
What is their virtual queue?
I think that's going to do it for us in the Harry Potter world already. I will say that I don't see any shops open for merchandise or anything. I guess I'm just not looking in the right place, but their restaurant is open and they have the one ride in the show, which is great, but I don't see any merch. I want to look at some Harry Potter merch. All right, done with Harry Potter, on the way to Dark Universe, passing by the Grand Helios Hotel. And we are going to be staying there in about a month and a half or so, so keep an eye open for that video. It's going to be fully focused on the resort, no theme park in that video. Let's head into Dark Universe. Oh my gosh. Holy smokes. Invisible Man is over here. He's just observing everyone from a distance. Or not. Now he's moving. Now I'm scared. I don't know. He's lurking around. This is Monsters Unchained. It's only a 15-minute wait. I'm not quite sure if I can do it though. I don't know. I know I can, but I'm scared. I will be a big girl and I'm gonna go do the Curse of the Werewolf. I think I can do it. I'll be just fine. I'm just a little worried about the spinning part of the coaster, but I think we'll be okay. I did take a Dramamine, so heading back here. Curse of the Werewolf. Oh guys, I'm scared, I'm not gonna lie. Let's head on in. Walking through the spooky forest. When the wolfbanes bloom. This ain't a 15-minute wait, this is a walk-on. I guess that's both good and bad for my anxiety. Where'd they go? Here they go. I will say, that ride was really fun. It all depends on your weight distribution, on if you're gonna spin or not, because you have 2 in the front and then 2 on the back side. We actually weren't too bad. I think it was the right amount of spinning to make it kind of fun, but not too much to throw me over the edge or anything. But I will say it's maybe a tad shorter than what I was expecting. I wish it was almost 2 times as long. It's a little short, but not too bad. We did end up walking right on, so it wasn't too big of a problem, but I definitely enjoyed it. And this is at the Burning Blade Tavern. purchase some drinks here at the Burning Blade Tavern. I don't know, maybe we're gonna have to come back here in a little bit. What do you think? Up towards the front of the portal, you can meet Frankenstein and his bride down here. It is a little bit of a wait, but that could be kind of fun. Back out to Celestial Park. I wonder what portal we're going to now. In between Dark Universe and the portal we're going to next, you have the Oak and Star Tavern. This looks super cute. It looks like there's a lot of seating. We might have to grab a drink once we're done with all of our coasters for the day. Holy smokes, does this sound good? Get it? Smokes? Smoked meats? She's a real person. She's a statue. Can you imagine? They do have numerous boards around the park that I've seen with wait times. So it's currently 1:43. Park closes at 9. It'll let you know how long of a wait all of these are. Pizza Moon if you want some pizza, beer, and wine. But we are going to keep heading this way. Over there you have Yoshi, Toadette, Donkey Kong, and on the other side here you have Bowser. Super Nintendo! Oh my gosh, okay. Let's go, we gotta go. There's a star on the ground. I'm too excited, let's go. Super Nintendo World, you really need one of the little wristbands, because if you have it, you can hit these little blocks here and it'll make a noise. You can stop those blocks in there, and there's lots of interactive elements with that little wristband. Yoshi's Adventure off in the distance. This is at the exit of Bowser's Challenge. Now, we have done it once before in Hollywood, so we're gonna pass for at least this exact moment. We're gonna go do a couple other things first, but you have your whole shop with all your Nintendo gear. Some Mario and Luigi headbands, just in case you want a headband. Oh, they have a star and banana. That's the one I was wanting. I have these ones. And then you could do a Princess Peach one here with her hair and her earrings. Oh, that's kind of funny. But I feel like you need Yoshi. I feel like out of all of them, you need Yoshi, right? Oh, you have Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. You have two different little boos over here. The bombs. The Chef Toad, because of the Toadstool Cafe.
Chef Toad.
Oh, what is this? Are we heading into Donkey Kong country right now? DK. Donkey Kong. DK. Donkey Kong. Minecart madness. All right, I think we're gonna go wait. It says it's a posted hour-long wait. It'll probably be about that at least, but let's go hop in line. Minecart Madness is open. I have noticed that single riders open on most of these rides today as well, so that's good to know. Into the temple we go.
What's that? Who am I? Why, these whippersnappers don't know a legend when they see one. Lucky I ain't got time to teach you some manners. The name's Cranky Kong. I'm the oldest and most respected member of the Kong family. And where was I? Yeah, I hear you, Squawks. The trouble is the Tiki-Tak tribe. Those good-for-nothing dumb drums have broken into the Golden Temple.
We're at about 17, 18 minutes of wait time, and we're almost to the loading dock. We're right here. We just got done on Minecart Madness. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. It was interesting. The loading platform is constantly moving, so the cars are going the whole time. Which is why you'll see multiple come back behind me as I'm filming this here. But that was seriously so much fun. It was posted an hour, but it was only 20 minutes, so not crazy at all. They have lots of Donkey Kong Country merch over here. Some shirts, if you want a Donkey Kong hat, Donkey and Diddy Kong. There's a light little sweatshirt here and a shirt, along with a little Donkey Kong Country mug. Donkey Kong plushie. You have a water bottle right here. I can hear the Donkey Kong Country music. Mario and Luigi are meeting over here. I think for now we need a little bit of a snack, so we're gonna head back to the Isle of Berk because in our opinion that was the best sounding food actually. So we're gonna head back over there and eat some food. I think we're gonna grab something to eat here at Spitfire Grill. They had some interesting combinations for sure, but this is the shrimp bowl with some Parmesan cheese, some white rice, some broccolini, and a little corn hash on the side. So let's give it a try. Let's give it a try here. Let me take this off the skewer. The Parmesan, it's an interesting dish in my opinion. A little bit of shrimp. Not bad. Oh, the Parmesan on the rice, I actually like it. Shrimp is a little overcooked, which I would expect. And not a lot of seasoning other than the sauce that's on top of it. But it's pretty good flavor actually. Try the corn. Ooh, I like that. And we got a little broccolini. Ooh, that's good. That's good. I like it. I do think we're about to call it a day. Ben unfortunately is not, what is the word? He's not used to the heat quite yet, so we need to get him home, get him in the air conditioning, and let him drink some fluids. So we are gonna head out in just a couple minutes here, but I'm going to head into, where is it? Toothless Treats or something? Right over here. I just wanna see what they have. Oh, it's How to Treat Your Dragon. I was way off. Hi there. We have some blue raspberry popcorn, some rock candy, cherry sours, buy some milk chocolate here. Over here in the case, holy smokes, what even is all this? Ooh, those look kind of good though. Like mini whoopie pies almost. Ooh, those look good. Just across from the fire grill, we have a nice view of Fire Drill, I think. There's lots of nice shade up here as well. The fans are not on, unfortunately. I really wish they were for a little extra airflow, but very nice shaded area over here. You wonder next which path to chart. The answer lies within your heart. I think that's gonna do it for us today here at Epic Universe. Holy smokes, was it a big first day here. We got a lot done, went on a lot of the rides that we wanted to go on. Next time I think we need to come see some stage shows, go on any rides we didn't hit quite yet, and also look at the merch. We honestly didn't look at too much merch today, so thank you all for experiencing the first day at Epic Universe with us. I hope you'll stick around and experience more. We're getting really candid with this angle here. So we're home now. I just wanted to give kind of some closing thoughts on what I thought on day one. I don't want to be too critical because this is still a soft opening. The park isn't fully open, so not everything was open, not everything was available, not all the shows were running, couldn't meet all the characters and things like that. So can't be too critical, but I'm just gonna throw in a couple 2 cents from what we noticed from today. I'm gonna start with maybe a couple nitpicky items, but then we're gonna go into the good. So, what did I say? Nitpicky first. I will say I think some of the rides, in my opinion, were a little bit underwhelming. And I hate saying that, I don't like saying that, but the Curse of the Werewolf coaster, I definitely thought that was gonna be like twice the length that it actually was. Felt like we were over very fast and it was kind of just done. And then same with, really that was the one that I think disappointed me the most, Hiccups Gliders or whatever that one was called. That one I enjoyed. I thought that had some length to it. It had some ups and downs and turns. That one was pretty fun. And then Minecart Madness, that was also good, but I do think it was maybe a little bit shorter than what I was anticipating.
I think Hiccups Glider was good and it felt longer because it was more involved because you had stops and goes and oh, now we're going back a little. Werewolf, you went back, but not really. You know what I mean? Like, you at least went back on Hiccups and it was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, it felt like a show,
it was,
you know?
Maybe that's why I didn't like the Werewolf, is I felt like Hiccups and even Minecart Madness had some sort of story to it. Kind of some animatronics in there, and you had just something that you were following along with. Whereas the Werewolf one, well, there's a werewolf in the barn that we didn't know about. Somebody in front of us told us about it, and that's about it. So you don't really know what the story is necessarily behind it, unless you're looking into the lore. But overall, I thought those were okay. Another nitpicky item that I'm going to kind of pick out a little bit is going to be Harry Potter and the Battle of Ministry, or whatever it's called. We walked in there, loved it, loved the streets of Paris. It was really cool. And then again, it's a soft opening, so not everything's open, but I didn't see a single Harry Potter shop that we walked past that was open. So we couldn't go look at any merch or anything, which was a little disappointing because that's kind of what I wanted to look at the most. And then the ride itself, they are operating on a virtual queue right now for soft openings. So that makes me think it's going to be on virtual queue when they do open to the public on May 22nd. So definitely keep an eye open for that because I do think that will be implemented for a while, kind of like they were for Hagrid's motorbike adventure. But only having one ride in there and then one show, I think it kind of brings that world down just a little bit because there's not a whole lot to do. It's a little bit disappointing in my opinion. I will say these may be a plus and a minus here, but in the Harry Potter world, if you have your wand, your interactive wand that you've purchased, it might be a lot more fun. We noticed that all the alleyways, most of the shop windows that I saw, all have the ability to use your magic wand and to activate whatever's going on in the window, I guess. But if you don't have that wand, then yeah, there's just not a whole lot to do there. So maybe buy a wand if you don't have one already. Ben just made a good point. I don't even think we passed the wand shop. At least we didn't see an open door or anything that led to a wand shop. We saw the restaurant, but no shops were open. So maybe you can't buy a wand right now at least. Have to go do it at Islands of Adventure. Another one might be Super Nintendo World. Loved it. So much open space, so much to look at, so many moving parts and everything. But when we went into Donkey Kong Country, there's not a lot to do, and I understand they just only have one ride. It's just the coaster, and that's what it's meant to be. But it was a very small area, and you couldn't meet Donkey Kong today. I wanted to meet Donkey Kong. And then they had a food stand, and again, it's a soft opening, so I can't be too harsh or critical, but they had a food stand, and it was like soft serve ice cream, but they didn't even have menus up. So you have to go up to the front and ask what it is, and we ended up not doing it because I looked online and found out that it was banana soft serve. We don't like banana, So we ended up hopping out of line, but we didn't even know what it was. So that'll be fixed for park opening. I know it will be, but Donkey Kong Country was maybe a little small, not a lot to even look at or do, in my opinion. On to a couple of the things that I did like, though. I did like how open a lot of the park was. Around Celestial Park, in between the different portals, there was a lot of open space, which almost made it look too empty because there's not people there. But once it's at, you know, a higher capacity, I think that will be perfect. It gives lots of room for people to go back and forth, go in between portals. I think that will be amazing. I don't know if they were inflating the wait times on purpose today, but all the wait times were much higher listed on the app and, you know, the ride itself than what we actually waited. So the Minecart Madness was listed as a 60-minute wait, but we only waited 20. And then Hiccups Gliders, I think it said 15 or even 20, and it was maybe a 5. And then the Fire Drill one said it was 5, but that one was definitely closer to like 15, 20. But the wait times were low. I will say I do feel like there was a lot of food options there. There's multiple places in each portal and then some in Celestial Park. We didn't even like scratch the surface of any of that. You have Toadstool Cafe in Super Mario World, Nintendo World. And I cannot wait to eat there someday. You had 2 places in How to Train Your Dragon or the Isle of Berk. I think there was only one in Harry Potter. And then you could get your butterbeer. And then in Dark Universe, I think there were 2 places to eat maybe, and then a tavern. 1 place to eat in a tavern. So there's lots of options. And then outside in Celestial Park, there's items too. We did not get around to seeing any of the stage shows this time around. As far as I know, there's one in Isle of Berk and then one in the Battle Ministry. And I do think that those will be amazing. I heard the How to Train Your Dragon one is amazing. So we're going to have to go do that a separate time. But we didn't get to go see any of that today. I think one more maybe nitpicky thing I'm going to throw in here, and then I think we'll be done for today. And this won't change when the park opens, but the amount of shade felt very minimal. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, right? So a lot of the queues had shade. Where we ate lunch had shade. But when you're walking around, I couldn't find shade to save my life. Or Ben and I were kind of filming our clips in between rides and things. Could barely find shade to stand in. It was always in the sun. So it depends on where the sun is, obviously, in relation to the trees that you're standing next to and the buildings and things. But with how open the park was, not a lot of shade, unfortunately. We put some umbrellas up, like anything. Unless we just weren't looking for it, but I feel like I was looking for it today. I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up. I'll just close it out with saying I hope maybe that they do some more expansions on the park. I think there's a lot to do, but at the same time, I feel like you get it all done in a day. We did have low wait times again because we were here for an early access, but I don't know, I wish there was a little more to do maybe. But overall, we had a fantastic time. I'm debating going back again before it actually opens on May 22nd. We'll see. I feel like I have to. Like I have to, right? But thank you all for experiencing our first day at Epic Universe with me. I hope you'll stick around and experience more.